Hey fellas, another rant. On the same day, that's crazy. I'll see if I upload it today, but I'm going to talk about something bigger. Not serious, bigger though. That I might have a few opinions on. But I'm gonna be talking about today's celebrities and how people kind of treat them like they're in a human petting zoo. That that's a reference to something. I'll think of it here in a bit. But also how like it kind of like desensitizes people to like the public in a way. I for the first time ever, I have bullet points up. Wow, be proud of me. I have bullet points to help me keep track of my ideas, kind of, but still, it's already going off the rails. But no, I'm gonna be talking about how celebrities behave now. I feel like I'm staring through a portal into a different dimension, and how like they feel like it feels like I'm watching extra to like I don't know. I feel like I'm watching like experiments, like social experiments happen in real time, and it's throwing me off. But anyways, more on that later. First things first, like I said, how they behave now. I feel like celebrities have always behaved in like a way where they're just like socially unaware of what it is like to be normal. Because we all start out normal, obviously. Like from the day except for like now when there's like influencer parents. Oh my god. Oh my god. But like when I think I think that celebrities have always had like this weird vibe to them. And maybe that's just coming from like a weird perspective or something. But they always have this like bubble of importance around them, I think. Not like they're deep down they're like no different than anybody else. And I don't personally see why celebrities even exist, if you get what I mean. Like, what makes a ton of people like a person so much to the point where they're stalking them or like getting weird on a different type of level? I don't know what I'm getting at, but like I've heard stories of people being killed over like not getting to meet like Beyonce or something. I don't know, but like it's wild. I think it's wild, and I think we need to pay more attention or mind to like the fact that people get like so parasocial to the point where people are like getting like fist fighting to get like tickets to see like fucking Taylor Swift or something. How does that happen? You're actively fighting another human being just to see another human being do something. And I feel like that's always been like a weird thing that humanity does. Like you look up to a person and then all of a sudden you'll do anything to like get onto the same level or like see that person in like a different light than other people. Like I think it's like a type of, hey, I got to do this type of thing, or like I did this, and being able to like be proud or have something to show for it. But like anyways, I've seen a lot of celebrities who like they just like try to make themselves seem smaller, which I think is fine. I've seen other like people on YouTube talking about it, how like how they're like trying to be relatable or trying to make themselves seem more appealing to the public eye, which I don't think that's necessary at all. Like, you already have, like, people stalking you, like, and, like, you already have, like, tens of billions of dollars, or what the Whoa. Holy shit. I think I'd lose my mind. I think I'd honestly lose my mind and I'd freak out and I'd like run into the woods and try to live off the land if I got to that level ever in my life. Like, imagine trying to walk outside of the store one day, just like getting your fucking like oats or something. I don't know. Like you just wanted to get milk and eggs and stuff and like toilet paper or something from the grocery store, and somebody comes up to you and they start making weird faces like, "Are you you're Beyonce?" Like, I know you. You're that one guy from TikTok. That type of stuff. I don't get it at all. I don't get the appeal of walking up to another human being and being like, "I know you!" Or like, even the appeal of receiving that type of attention. Like, I don't get wanting that attention. Like, I feel like celebrities put themselves out there to a point where every bit of their life is documented unnecessarily, and it just opens more room for parasocial relationships to form, and those can be dangerous. Like what I was talking about, like, murder has happened, which is crazy, which is so crazy to me. And on to my next point, which I already kind of touched on, but trying to be relatable. Like, I think it was, there was a YouTuber I watched, I just watch a bunch of them, who brought up the point, I think it was Ben of the Week, bear with me, but, who brought up celebrities trying to be relatable, and like, I also think that's a bit odd. I think that's a bit peculiar. Like, you are, like, try your hardest to imagine, like, think of somebody really famous. Try picturing Tom Cruise in your head. Try picturing Tom Cruise, and then put him in the middle of Walmart. He's got a vest on, and he's trying to sell you something. Picture that. Doesn't seem like something that would mix very well. At least I think. But, like, I kind of get where they come from when they're trying to, like, work at, like, a Target or, like, a Dollar General or something, when they have, like, thousands of dollars in the bank. I guess I kind of get that, like, the need to feel, like, normal. But come on, you're freaking Beyonce. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. But, like, celebrities trying to be relatable is like trying to watch a fish walk on land. if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. It's just really weird to think about. Just like, if I were famous, I'd probably like relocate myself into the woods somewhere, and I'd like just live there. I want to do that anyways. That sounds like fun. I'd love to live in the woods. But being rich and pretending to be poor, it leaves kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Like, if you want to pretend that you're like struggling financially when you have once again thousands stacked in the bank, it doesn't feel right. Like, it's like watching Jeff Bezos beg on the streets for money. That's not that doesn't. And then I'm sure this has happened before. I don't have any research or anything done on this, but I just imagine it's something that probably happens, and I'm not just gonna put aside the fact that it does. Fake charity. That 100% happens. Like, I feel like I've heard somewhere about it happening, but I don't know where I was going with this point, but like people who do like fake charity to make themselves look good, that's terrible. Don't do it. I don't really have much more to add on to that, other than it's shitty. But also putting on a front Like, once again, adding on to the fact that I kind of see, like, famous people, and sometimes I'm begging, hoping it's swearing that it is a social experiment. Like, whatever the fuck JoJo Siwa is doing. Oh, God. Sometimes I just sit there on my little computer, I'm eating something, and I'm, like, feeling like a little pea brain, just, like, watching stuff go down. And mind you, I don't live under a rock, I live under a boulder, and the most I get is from articles I read on stuff. That's it. I don't have any social media other than, like, YouTube or, like, Pinterest and shit like that. Like, I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, I don't have Twitter. I don't think I'll ever have that, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I don't go on YouTube Shorts or anything. I really just watch videos about Chernobyl and shit like that, but like watching celebrities put on like a fake personality is like watching like, if I want a show, I'm gonna go to like a movie theater. Well, that's literally what they do. My points make no sense, but like, I do believe that there are a lot of like famous people out there who are very transparent and don't put on like a fake personality for the camera, but I also think that a lot of them do. Like, I can't really think of an example, but there are a lot of celebrities out there who are very true to themselves, and I think that's really awesome. I think that's sick. I think they should do that more. But I can also see at the same time why they put on like a bit of a face, because like, you don't know what people are gonna say about you. You don't know what they're gonna do to you, like if they find out anything real about you. Like, once again, it kind of in a way closes off that path to like parasocial relationships, because I feel like if I ever got to that level, which I'm not, I hope I don't, that I'd be kind of scared to act like myself. Well, I wouldn't be, because obviously I love me, but like, still, it's something about that, somebody getting, like, finding things out about me to the point where they're remembering like little details kind of scares me. Like, the thought of somebody analyzing you very directly, it's just, it's like having a bunch of eyes glaring at you at all times. Like, and I'd start feeling a little paranoid when I'm not, because that's scary as shit. I would hate being a celebrity. Like, always having constant eyes on you, knowing what to filter and what not to filter, because there's always just somebody, like, looking at you and judging you from every angle. The lack of true intent. I think that there's a lot of just fake things out there. Like, the whole, and this is probably gonna be a terrible example, but the whole, like, Mr. Beast situation, I just kind of watched the dumpster fire from, like, this is the dumpster fire, I'm all the way back here just watching all of it go down, and I'm like, huh, well, I knew this would happen. Because, like, if you actually look at things from, like, a perspective, like, what you would do and what you'd, like, really analyze people's behaviors, you can sometimes tell when something's fake. You just have that, like, lingering feeling in you. And I think, whether it is actually real or not, the lack of true intent, whether it is to, like, try and make somebody's life better or worse, there's a lot of it out there. I'm not, like, claiming anything, because I know absolutely nothing about that situation. I just kind of used it as an example in case I could, which I probably shouldn't have done. I don't know. But I don't know where I'm going with a lot of these points, really. But I'm kind of just, like, airing out my mind, I guess. Criticize me. Once again, please do. Please, I will read. I will check. But I don't pay attention to celebrities very much. Like, I could look at, like, you could show me a picture of a random celebrity and be like, do you know who this is? And I'll say no with my whole heart, because I don't pay attention to that stuff. The most I know is, the people I've mentioned and stuff. And I wouldn't even call, like, the CEOs I've mentioned today even celebrities. They're just kind of there. They just kind of exist to me. Even though they're like a foul presence in the air that we could probably do without. And, like, everybody's so political, and I think it gets heated sometimes. But that's not what this is about. Oh, yeah, I could probably post something about that. I could do a whole rant about politics. But anyways, the lack of true intent. I feel like a lot of them say they're going to give to charity, but then they just turn around and buy another sports car. That's kind of iffy. No, that's not even iffy. That's just shitty. But I don't really have much to say on all of that right now, I guess. I don't know. It's gonna be another short one, I think. Oh, never mind. It's gonna get longer! I just found my next point. So, celebrities are human beings. We need to realize that when we're looking at, like, believe it or not, Ed Sheeran of all people, there is a human being there. And I feel like it's weird to, like, see somebody on a huge pedestal. Like, I don't think we should be viewing celebrities like they're larger than life, or like they're so big and so important because they have money and stuff. What the fuck? Like, when did we start looking at people and start saying, they are God? Not actually, that's not actually what I mean, but like, when we start pointing at people, pointing our little Neanderthal fingers at people in humanity, like as a time frame, as a species, and we said, hey, that guy is cool, I'm gonna give all my mortal possessions to him. All my time and all my brain power, when do we start doing that as a society? Start, like, idolizing people. Like, obviously, I idolize people. Not very much, but, like, I do look up to people, but, like, I don't put them on a high pedestal being like, oh my god, this person, like, if I met them, I'd probably be just the normalest person ever, and I'd probably say, hey, what's up, and then go about my way. Like, I wouldn't sit there and, like, beg them for photos or something, because that just feels weird. It just feels really weird to think about. Like, you wouldn't go up to a random person on the street and be like, yo, what's up, can I get a picture? And I guess it's not the same thing, but, like, autographs and pictures and just all that stuff didn't always, like, it just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, yeah, and it's cool, like, a keepsake or something, being like, oh my god, I met this person that I look up to, and, like, yeah, I get that, but, like, I don't like the idea of swarming a person and, like, everybody asking them for, like, oh, can I get an autograph, or can I get a picture? And the person's just standing there like, yeah, oh my god, wait, hold on, shit, wait, there's too many of you! Like, how could you ever enjoy that? I look at celebrities and they seem so happy about it. They seem so, like, fulfilled to have all this attention, but I'd scream, I'd rip my hair out. I feel like it's just not a situation you want to be in if you have anxiety or something like that. I don't even know. Also, the amount of power celebrities have just by having a lot of attention. I don't think that should be a thing. I don't think that the public should be so easily swayed by, like, something like fucking Kim Kardashian says. Her old ass over here, and I mean that literally. How do you look at a person like that and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do whatever she says, or they say? How do you, like, huh? How do you, like, let yourself be swayed that easily just because somebody is like has a lot of attention and like is big. It doesn't make sense to me because that's just another human being in my mind. That is another person who like exists in this world, and I just happen to be on the same plane and timeline. They are just doing their own thing. They're like, that's I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I'm like, that's how I want to be if I ever get like famous or whatever. I don't want people to like look at me. I want people to look at the music I make. Like, I don't get being the face of the stuff you create. I get putting it out there, and then people listening will be like, oh yeah, this is cool, and then they say, I don't know. I want to be like that weird actor you see in a movie, and you don't know who it is, and then you look at this up and then, hey, that guy's pretty sick. This movie's really sick too, so I'm just gonna like focus on the movie. I don't know. There are some really good celebrities out there, I'll say, who are actually kind of genuine and are actually like gems to society. But that it's very few. It is very few and very limited because like there's something very dystopian about putting somebody on a pedestal like that. It just feels like, I don't know. I don't understand wanting to be famous. Like, the paparazzi shits, that's gotta get old really quick. Marketing yourself, selling yourself, having managers and like stuff like that. I don't understand that. I don't want people to have power over me like that. I don't want people to like follow me around like that. How could somebody put up with that? Like, when my band and I do gigs, like when we get to the point where we can put those together, I never want to have a manager. I never want to have tours scheduled for me, put together for me, and I don't want to perform at big places. I mean, that will change with age, but I don't ever see myself performing like Lollapalooza or like big ass stages and venues like that. I see myself doing shit like going to like a public park or something that has a stage in it, like asking this, I don't know, like I see myself like building my own venues and not actually performing in like big ass like spaces like that. It just doesn't seem right to me. Not right, but like it doesn't seem appealing to me. Like, I want to do small little shows. That's all I want to do. Like, small handcrafted shows where a community who likes music comes together, like how it used to be. And like, not like how it used to be, like how it is when you're just starting out, I guess. Like, I don't want to be faced with that much attention ever in my life. But I guess that's just something that comes with like putting yourself out there. Like, there's no really a way to avoid it, but there also is a way to like not have it happen. That's just not to put yourself out there. But if you want your shit to be seen, you gotta advertise it. You gotta like do all this crazy stuff when I feel like it just shouldn't be necessary. But yeah, I feel I don't know why, but like I feel like celebrities just get to this point where they feel like they are detached from society because of how much attention they receive. Like, they feel like whatever they do is not a matter of what they do, but what is seen. Like, everything has to be seen or else it didn't happen or it's not real. And I think that's scary as fuck. Like, imagine, it's like the Truman Show in a way, I think. No, not fully, but I feel like you can understand where I'm coming from with that one. It's really dystopian. I don't like the idea of celebrities. I don't like the idea of being a celebrity. And whenever I think about it, I just get this weird, scary feeling. Like, this gross feeling. Like, I don't think anybody as a human being is meant to have that much attention on them. I feel like it's just not good for the head. But it happens, and it's always gonna happen. And, like, sometimes it could be really good and really positive, but also sometimes it goes to shit really easily. So you gotta really watch yourself, is what I've come to the conclusion of. Because, like, no matter what gender you are, no matter, anything like that, like, whoever you are, something's always going to be happening if you're out there as, like, a famous individual. There's going to be positive experiences, there's going to be a lot of negative experiences, but I just feel like the human mind is not ready for that type of attention. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. But, like, just, it shows, I think, in the way that they act and stuff. Like, who in the world knows what to do with that type of attention? I certainly wouldn't. Like, I'm just a guy posted stupid talk stuff on a video website. That's all I am. That's all I really ever want to be. Like a small-time musician, no following, like that type of shit. I feel like that's what I'm built. I feel like that's as much as I can handle. Not as much as what I can handle, but, like, I feel like I would not personally like being, like, famous. And that's my final verdict on it all. I just think we should treat celebrities like human beings and treat each other with, like, human beings who have feelings and thoughts, and not put them on such a high pedestal, and not have, like, the bar be so high for anybody. Just try not to put people on pedestals, is what I'm saying. And also, try to remind yourself that, yes, they are people, they are human beings, and think, hey, if I wouldn't like being bombarded with that questions and photos and stuff, then maybe I shouldn't really do that to this person, because their privacy matters, and also, once again, they're not a fucking animal in a zoo. They're not a starfish in the tide pools. Stop touching them. They're not an animal in a zoo. Stop taking photos like they are. I think we just need to go back to treating people with the amount of respect that is expected of another person. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable, like, seeing people treat celebrities like they're larger than life. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. That's honestly just my opinion. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Once again, like I always remind you fellas. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. It's a lot, I know. And if you could sit through it this far, yo, what's up? You made it. You didn't turn into a skeleton in your seat because of how long I ran it. I bet you're sporting like a whole beard right now. Yeah, you. Back to the parasocial thing. I should probably dial it down a bit. But, like, nah, yeah, that's all I really had to say.